Hi, today I'll be presenting about introduction to ethics in supply chain. Ethics in supply chain means making sure that all activities are fair, transparent and accountable. This concept focuses on three areas: fair labor practice, environmental sustainability and transparency. Let me explain each in detail. First, we have fair labor practices. Fair labor practices are about protecting workers' rights. This means ensuring that all employees, from factory workers to delivery staff, have safe and healthy working conditions. It also means preventing exploitation like underpayment or forced labor. For example, company need to regularly check that their suppliers follow these rules and treat worker fairly. Second, environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability focus on reducing the environmental impact on supply chain activity. This can include sourcing material responsibly, such as use recycle or sustainability product, and ensuring production process are eco-friendly. A good example is switching to renewable energy in factories or reducing waste during production. This effort not only protect the environment but also help company meet customer demand for greener practices. Now, the third area is transparency and accountability. This means being open and honest with stakeholders like customer, supplier, and investor. Companies need to share accurate information about where their product come from, how they are made. For example, if a company claims to be environmental friendly, it should be able to prove it through clear report and certification. Transparency builds trust, which is essential for a long-term success. Now, why is all of this important? Ethics in supply chain is crucial for several reasons. First, it helps build trust with suppliers and customers, creating stronger partnership. Second, it protects the company reputation. Customers today care about ethical practice, and any scandal or unethical behavior can damage a company image. Finally, ethical chain ensure long-term sustainability by reducing risk such as fines and boycott from unethical practices. For Ecosustain'S Incorporated, maintaining ethical supply chain is critical. It allows the company to address current challenges and stay committed to its goal of being eco-friendly and responsible. By focusing on this principle, Ecosustain'S can build a better future for both the business and the planet.
Ecosustain'S Incorporation face several key issues in its supply chain. First one is labor condition, a significant issue with reports of unsafe working environments and unfair wages among suppliers. Such practice violate international labor rights, tarnishing the company's reputation and exposing it to regulatory penalties. Addressing this condition ensure that Ecosustain'S remain compliant with global standards and reinforce its commitment to social responsibility. Providing fair wages and ensuring worker safety are essential steps toward fostering ethical supplier relationships. Next is environmental impact is another pressing concern. Suppliers who fail to meet environmental standards, such as those engaging in unsustainable sourcing methods or generating excessive emissions, undermine Ecosustain'S mission as an eco-friendly brand. Resolving this requires the company to enforce stringent environmental compliance measures, reducing its carbon footprint and aligning with customer expectations for sustainable pricing represent a critical ethical dilemma. Exploitative pricing practice resulting from imbalanced supply relationship are both unethical and sustainable. Implementing equitable pricing strategies build trust with suppliers and ensure long-term stability in supply chain. This balance encourages collaboration and reduces the risk of supplier exploitation. According to Chopra and Mendel, addressing these challenges involve designing supply chain policies that integrate compliance, sustainability, and transparency. Such measures not only uphold ethical standards but also contribute to increasing the supply chain surplus, ensuring profitability and ethical integrity. By proactively resolving these issues, Ecosustain can establish itself as a leader in responsible supply chain management.
First, ethical sourcing. In effort to ensure the company-led source was responsible supply, Timberland has partnered with the supplier in Brazil. It means they have worked with the companies such as Protein to chase deforestation in the Amazon and eliminate such vice as a practicing business in protected areas or using slave labor. This focus on ethical sourcing is one of the important aspects of the Timberland concept of the sustainable business. The second is a material innovation. In addition to ethical sourcing, Timberland has made great strides in reducing its environmental impact by incorporating recycled material into its product. This innovation approach reduce waste and promote a circular economy in the fashion industry. Third is transparency and accountability. Timberland has been transparent about its sustainable efforts, regularly sharing updates through platforms like its Earthkeeper blog. By communicating openly with consumers and stakeholders about its goal, achievement, and challenges, Timberland also built trust and hold itself accountable to the high standard it set for its supply chain. Fourth, social responsibility. Timberland is also committed to improve working conditions through its supply chain. This focus on ethical labor standard is integrity to Timberland broader sustainability takeaways for eco-sustainable. First, collaborate with supplier. Just as Timberland has done, Ecosustain should work with suppliers to enforce ethical sourcing practices and ensure that their environmental and social impact align with the company's sustainable. Next is innovate with sustainable materials. By adopt innovative materials such as recycled or renewable resource, Ecosustain can reduce its environmental footprint and improve the sustainability of its product. Next, promote transparency. Build consumer trust is a key. Ecosystem should ensure transparency about its supply chain practice, reporting on its sustainable effort, and the progress it makes toward its goal. Lastly is set measurable goals. Ecosustain can take inspired from Timberland clearly accountable goals and adopt similar strategy measure in the progress in area like carbon reduction, ethical sourcing, and labor right. By following this principle, Ecosustain can strengthen its commitment to ethical practice in the supply chain while advising its broader sustainable goal.
Professionalism is equally important at Ecosustain to deal with ethical challenges and forge trust-oriented partnership with supplier and customers. The key strategy include clear communication, increased transparency, and continued engagement with stakeholders. First is clear communication. It facilitates clearing up the muddle in the international supply chain. Clear, consistent, and open communication fosters align expectation and support ethical behavior. Suppliers should get regular updates regarding company policy, deadline, and change in ethical requirement. Likewise, customers would benefit strongly from clear information on product sourcing and its environmental impact. So long as formal communication protocols are observed, misunderstanding will be minimized and there will be effective cooperation between parties. It is necessary for the respect and understanding that is required in the business in regard to global operate customer supply chains. Such training can improve the relationship between Ecosustain and its assorted customer by minimizing ethical miscommunication. Second is transparency, create trust and accountability through the supply chains. Ecosustain has to define and visibly share clear ethical expectations regarding labor practice, environmental sustainability, and sourcing standards with stakeholders. By publicly making this guideline known, the company also sent a clear signal to the supplier about its commitment to ethical practice and precisely what is expected of them. Leveraging new technologies such as blockchain and tracking system to enhance transparency would allow the company to track material sourcing, ensure compliance, and give customers all pertinent information regarding ethical sourcing. Transparency encourages ethical behavior and empower customers to make well-informed, healthy purchasing decisions. Last is regular engagement. Sustaining good relationship engagement with supplier and customer involves keeping in close communication. Ecosustain offers supplier development initiatives, advocating, training, workshop, and resource sharing to boost compliance with ethical and environmental standards and increase supplier loyalty. Serving customers in an online suggestion forum could nurture an intimate connection of Ecosustain with its customer base in order to promote an atmosphere of constant improvement. One of the key benefits of this proactive engagement is that it helps promote trust and advance the development of goodwill between the action of the company and its ethical commitment.
For the recommended strategies for Ecosustain should focus on addressing ethical challenges while promoting trust, professionalism, and sustainability in the supply chain. For the first is supplier code of conduct. That is a set of ethical guidelines and principles that suppliers must follow. These documents outline standards for labor practices, environmental sustainability, and business transparency. So it have three key components, which is first is labor practices, which is ban child labor, ensure fair wages, reasonable working hours, and safe working conditions. Second is environmental responsibility, which is commit to reducing carbon footprints, sustainable material sourcing, and proper waste disposal. And third is monitoring compliance, make adherence mandatory and linked to contracts. For the components, it can help to set clear expectations for suppliers, ensures alignments with Ecosustain'S values and public commitments, and mitigates reputational risk from supply misconduct. And for the example, we can take Apple supplier code of conduct emphasize fair labor practices and environmental responsibility, holding suppliers accountable through regular evaluation. Second is regular audits and assessments. It is a system to regularly inspect and evaluate suppliers' practices against Ecosustain'S ethical guidelines. So it have 4 steps, which is conduct, announce, and unannounced audits of supply facilities. Second is use third-party auditing firm to ensure impartiality. Third is monitor compliance with labor laws, environmental policies, and workplace safety standards. And lastly is publish audit reports to maintain transparency. Those steps can help to identify and address non-compliance issues early, encourage suppliers to improve practices, proactively and builds confidence among stakeholders like customers, investors, and regulators. So for the example, I take Nestle conducts regular audits of its suppliers to ensure compliance with its responsible sourcing standard, focusing on environmental and social governance. Third is suppliers development programs, which is a training and support initiative aimed at helping suppliers improve their ethical and operational standards. So it have three key elements, which is capacity building, that is provide training on sustainable practices, labor law, and waste management. Second is financial incentives, which is offer rewards or reduce contract terms for compliance and sustainability improvements. And collaborative partnerships, which is work closely with suppliers to co-develop ethical practices instead of relying solely on punitive measures. For those elements can help to strengthen suppliers' relationship and loyalty, improves the quality and sustainability of supplied materials, and encourage a culture of mutual growth and ethical behavior. For the example, Unilever collaborates with smallholder farmers, providing them with tools and training to adopt sustainable farming methods while improving their livelihoods. These strategies, when implemented effectively, can help ecosystem rebuild trust, improve relationships, and ensure long-term sustainability and professionalism in its supply chain.